So you've probably seen the trailers for the new Terminator movie. It has Christian Bale yelling a lot, giant action set pieces, and non-stop explosions. Too bad the video game doesn't have any of that. It seems like Warner Brothers didn't want to shell out the cash for Christian Bale, so John Connor in the game doesn't look or sound anything like him. The story of Salvation, the game, takes place 2 years prior to the events of the movie. This could have been cool if developer Grin had expanded on John Connor's backstory or how the Resistance was formed, but no such luck. You want to know the entire plot of the game? Connor wants to save some guys who got left behind enemy lines. Yep, that's it. That is the game.
We can't just leave them!
On the plus side, there are no spoilers for the movie. Well, except the one where Judgment Day happens and Skynet is systematically driving the human race towards extinction. But if you didn't know that already, you probably shouldn't be playing this game.
Okay, here's how we gonna do this. You keep the robots off of me while I set the charges. On my signal, we run like hell.
Like a lot of movie licensed games, Terminator Salvation feels rushed. There are no epic boss fights, no visually interesting cutscenes, and very little game to be played. The entire experience is about 4 hours long, and there are no collectibles or replay incentives. In the rush to release this game alongside the movie, some very creative folks made some very lazy choices. For example, you may have seen the Harvester in the movie trailer. It's that giant robot scooping up people to use in Skynet experiments. Early in the game, you see one of those things and it's like, man, I'm gonna have to fight that thing later on and it's going to be awesome. But no, you never fight it. Instead, towards the end of the game, one of your allies reminds you that the Harvester is still on the loose. John Connor just says, I got this. The next scene is John rewiring a random Harvester with a monkey wrench. And yeah, now you get to use it. I guess the Harvester was just taking a nap on the freeway. The post-apocalyptic world of Terminator Salvation is surprisingly not that dreary. There are still bright skies and vegetation, and while much of LA is in ruins, it's not like you're going to be walking on a street of skulls. The visuals aren't bad, but they lack any oomph. Now, you could say that having giant robots means that the animations don't have to look very good, but they don't look very good. And the explosions aren't very exciting, and just really there's no visual pop at all in any of the scenery. Terminator Salvation is a third-person cover shooter, and it actually does have some polish when it comes to the gameplay. The idea is that the machines are near indestructible, so the humans need to work together to take them out. Because of this, the entire game is local co-op. One guy distracts the robots while another flanks them and shoots at their weak spots in the back. This works pretty well when you're playing with a friend. There is no online co-op, but still, on a couch, it works well. However, there are some problems when you're just with your computer-controlled buddies. True to form, the Skynet AI is really good. Actually, too good. The spider Terminators often track you as you attempt to flank them, even if you are behind cover and far away from them. So they always have a sense of where you are and often don't let you actually get behind them. This combined with your team AI being a little below the status quo can make for some frustrating battles. You often find yourself in situations where you have to sit and wait for your partner to land a lucky shot to progress. And more often than that, you're basically playing as bait so that some AI character can kill the Terminator for you. Thankfully, the cover system is good. It has a radial menu so you can quickly get in and out of different kinds of cover, and it's all about picking angles to outflank the enemy. It fits very well with that whole man versus machine thing. There are also some on-rail segments to break up the cover shooting. These segments work just fine, but honestly, they're far from memorable. Terminator Salvation isn't a disaster. In fact, for what it is, the gameplay is pretty polished. The problem is there's just not enough bang for your buck here. The story is non-existent, the game is super short, and there's no online co-op, and really no incentive to play more than once. If you're a big Terminator fan, or just a fan of achievements/trophies, then you should go out and rent it. However, even Skynet wouldn't make people pay $60 for this. For a full written review, head on over to IGN.com.